Hi students, today we'll talk about one of the important topics of English grammar, tense. Tense is said to be the most important topic in English grammar. Now, some thinks it to be a hard topic. But let me tell you, it's not that hard. Only you have to keep it in mind. It's a little technical. If you keep the techniques in your mind, then it is very easy. And if your tense is easy for you, then English becomes easier. Let's begin. So, what do you mean by tense? Let's begin by what is tense. What is tense? Tense is that part of a verb which deals with time. Let me make it more clear. In simple words, I can say that it denotes the time of any action. The time of any action is denoted by tense. So this tense can broadly be classified into three categories: past, present, and future. Past means the time which has gone by. Present means the moment. At the moment, this is the present time. And future means the time which is yet to come. Now let's begin with present tense. Now, as far present tense goes, we have four divisions of the present tense. The first one is present indefinite tense. Now, what do you mean by present indefinite tense? Or better to say, when do we use present indefinite tense? From the name itself, we can come present, that means denotes the present time. Indefinite, that means the time of work is not definite. The definite time of action is not there. So, any work or action which do not have a definite time of action can be regarded as to be said in present indefinite tense. Let's cite an example. Raj likes chocolate. When I say so, Raj likes chocolate. Now see here, if I change Raj into, if I write you in place of Raj, then what happens? Like chocolate. Now let's see this too. When I say this thing, Raj likes chocolate or you like chocolate, when do you like chocolate? Are you getting any definite time? Not at all. You are not getting any definite time. That means the time is not definite. Now your liking of the chocolate cannot be said to be in a definite time. You like a chocolate in the past, you like chocolate in the present, you like chocolate in the future also. So there is no fixed time of liking the chocolate. That's why such actions are having indefinite time. Such actions are having indefinite time. That's why they are called present indefinite tense. Now, here we are using likes, here we are using like. Why? Always keep it in mind, with third person singular number, we have to use S or ES. S or ES with a main verb is used with third person singular number. When it comes to first person, second person, with singular plural, we don't use s or es. So this is one type, that is when any action has indefinite time of action. For that I am giving this example. Now coming to the next, that is regular habit. Papa goes for jogging in the morning. Father goes for jogging in the morning. So father does the work, father goes. Now this is a work which is habitual. That means he goes on a regular basis. So habitual actions can also be said in the present indefinite tense. Now coming to another fact. Water boils at 100 degree centigrade. Now here, this is a fact. It's a scientific fact. Coming to one more. Honesty is the best policy. Here, this is again in the simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Here, this is general fact, a general truth. So, if it is a scientific fact or general fact or universal fact or habitual action or regular habit or indefinite time of action, for all these cases we use present indefinite tense. Now, let's talk about the formation of the verb. Now in such case, the formation remains subject plus V1 or V5 plus object plus complement. So this is the general formation of present indefinite tense. Now this formation is for assertive sentences. Now if it becomes an interrogative sentence, then what happens? In that case, the formation gets a little changed. A helping verb comes at the beginning. If it becomes a negative sentence, then what happens? Do not, the word do not enters, becomes in between the subject and the verb. Now V5 and V1, I hope it's clear to you. Again, let me make it clear. V1 means the root form of the verb, that is the main verb, the main form of the verb or the base form. And V5 is the derived form, that is when we add s or es with the base form we get V5. So that was about present indefinite tense. Hope you understood. Now moving on to the next, that is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense refers to that action which goes on at the time of speaking. Like, now I am teaching English. So this is an action which is going on, unfinished action at the time of speaking. Let's try to understand through a timeline. This is past, future, this is present. So at the moment, an action which is going on, still in progress, an action which is still in progress, such kind of action is said to be present continuous tense. Let's look at the formation at first. What is the formation? Subject plus am, is, are plus V1 with ing plus object if any plus complement if any. This is the syntax for assertive sentences. Now let's see. Let's try put some example over here. I am teaching tense. So I am teaching tense. See, I am doing a work. A work is in progress. The work has not finished, and it is at the moment. That means at the time of speaking, the action is going on. So we are saying I am teaching tense. Now here what I am doing? Here the helping verb am is coming. With it, the main verb teach plus ing. Both together we can say it to be V4. So V1 along with ing together becomes V4. So I am teaching tense. Similarly, some other examples also we can write. He is going to school. So he is going to school, an action that's going on. Now the use of am, is, are. I hope you know. Still again let me tell you. Am is used with first person singular number. Is used with third person singular number. And with all the rest persons with singular plural we use are. So keep this thing in mind. So I hope you understood present continuous very well. Present continuous tense refers to any action which is in progress. That's why it is also known as present progressive tense. So it can also be called present progressive tense because the verb remains in progress. Of course, you have to keep in mind that the time period may be at the time of speaking. So that is all about present continuous. Let's go to present perfect tense. Now, present perfect tense. When we talk about present perfect tense, you have to understand a little. It is not like present indefinite or present continuous. It is a little different. Let's talk about time. If we divide the time, like if I say this is the present time, this is the future time, this part, normally you will say this part is past time. Okay, let's write past. But this past time can further be divided into two parts. What are they? They are long past and near past. So long past and near past. Now let's try to understand what does it mean. Now the present perfect tense is hidden over here. The meaning of perfect is completed. That means some work which is complete. Now coming to the timeline. Now if I go to the timeline, it is the present time. So before the present, some work which has been completed, which got complete before the present time. So before the present time means past time. Then why I am not referring to it as past tense? Why I am referring to it as present perfect tense? That is the question that arises. The answer is, say past is a very long period of action. Very long time. So this past we have divided into two parts, long past and near past. Near past means that past which is just in touch with the present. It means just happened, just finished, the time is just finished, not a long ago. That can be called near past. And which is long ago, of course, long past. Now, how to make you understand? Suppose, let's take an example of Ravi and Prem. Now Ravi and Prem are two friends. Ravi had his breakfast in the morning. Today, in the morning, Ravi had his breakfast. But Prem had eaten last yesterday morning. And just after having the breakfast, Ravi and Prem both went to Sheila's house, as they had been invited over there. Now, Sheila's mother had prepared, suppose, biryani for both of them. Now the fact is, both are given a plate of biryani. Now who will be able to eat and who will not be able to eat? Prem will be able to eat, whereas Ravi will not be able to eat at that moment. Why? Because Prem's stomach is empty, whereas Ravi's stomach is filled up, as he had his breakfast just half an hour ago. So that means if I come to this in the grammatical term, then how can I describe this action? I will say that Ravi has done a work half an hour ago. That work is stopping him from doing the same kind of work again at the present moment. That means the work that he has done half an hour ago is having its effect at the present time on Ravi. So such action which Ravi had committed half an hour ago can be regarded as present perfect tense. It means from here what we understood, that present perfect tense are those actions which have been completed before the present time but have their effect on the present moment. So if I put it into example sentence, I'll write in such a way. Ravi has taken his breakfast half an hour ago. So Ravi has taken his breakfast half an hour ago. So though the action falls in the past, but as the action which is falling in the past is having its impact on the present time, so we regard it to be present perfect tense. So any action which has been completed before the present time but has its effect on the present moment is regarded as present perfect tense. Also, any action which has just been completed not too long ago can also be said to be in the present perfect tense. Like, I have just arrived home. So I have just arrived home. It means the action has been done in the near past, not long past. So such actions can also be said to be in the present perfect tense. Now coming to the formation. Subject plus have or has plus V3 plus object plus complement. Now object or complement may be there, may not be there also. So this is the syntax of the assertive sentences. Now has is used with third person singular number, with all the rest we use have. So you have to keep this one in mind. Now, if it is interrogative sentence or negative sentence, the formation changes a bit. As I said at the first moment when I talked about the present definite tense, I talked about it, that some changes take place. Like if it is interrogative sentence, the helping verb may come in the beginning. If it is negative sentence, then not will come here. So in this case, subject plus have, then not, then V3. That will be the formation. Now this is all about present perfect tense. I hope you understood. Now next we'll move the last type of present tense, that is present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous. Now the formation, let's come to the formation of the present perfect continuous at the beginning. Subject plus have oblique has plus been plus V4 plus object plus complement. So this is the formation. Have has plus been plus V4 is the basic formation. Let's see what kind of actions are there. Here, any action, past, present, future. So any action which started in the past, maybe any time in the past, maybe long ago or maybe short time ago. It may be long past, maybe near past, but the action which has started in the past and is still continuing at the present moment. Such kind of actions are said to be in the present perfect tense. I am repeating again. Any action which started in the past and is still in progress. The action has not finished. The action is still in progress. Such actions are referred to in the present perfect continuous tense. Let's find an example to understand it better. I'll try to give you an example which suits you best. We have been going to school since childhood. We have been going to school since childhood. Say this action. Now, this action began when? Long time ago in the past, childhood, and is still going on. We have been going to school since childhood. You as a student, you are maybe going on for the last 10 years or last 8 years or 9 years, like that. In case of me, it is even more than that. I am still going to school. So, we have been going to school since childhood. This is an action which began in the past and is still going on, it is not finished. When I write, we are going to school, that means at the moment we are going to school. At the moment we are doing action of going to school. We are talking about that. But when we are saying this one, that means the act of going to school began in the long past and is still continuing. That action we are still doing. So this is present perfect continuous tense. So that's all about present tense from my part today. In our next session, we'll talk about the past tense. I hope you understood this properly. Thank you.